What's going on YouTube? I'm Jody Black and welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk about everything finance. Now, all the information and tips I give in this video is completely free, so make sure you subscribe for future videos. Also, if you don't mind, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now let's hop into the video. We're talking about credit building today. I want to talk about how important credit building is for personal finance. If you want anything worth owning in the United States of America, you gotta have a good credit score. So the first thing we want to talk about is banks and lenders. Banks and lenders determine how they will lend you money based off of your credit score. Now, how we can really assess a good credit score, we have to go over the FICO chart that's right here. First thing I want to talk about on that FICO chart is payment history. Sorry, we want to talk about payment history. All that means is if I lend you money, you agree to pay in full the full amount that we agreed to. Now, you want to make all these payments on time and in full at all times. So if you think about a credit card, if you have a $10,000 credit limit, you want to spend $1,000 of that credit. And we'll talk about the second term, which is utilization second, but we're talking about payment history right now. Pay in full on time as agreed. And you want to do that to boost your credit score, okay? Now, the second term is utilization. All right, so that's amounts owed, as you see on this chart right here. What that means is, like I said before, if you have a $10,000 credit limit, you're only spending $1,000 of that credit. Why are you doing that? Creditors want to see that you're not risky and you using all of your credit, right? You don't want to use all of your credit. And how you avoid, not only, because I know some people are going to ask, well, Jody, if you want me to ditch my debit card for good, then I need to use more than $1,000 for different bills and everything like that. On this chart, as you see, it'll say new credit, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. So we talked about payment history, pay those people on time without missing a payment. That's what you want to do. Second is amounts owed. Stay under that 10% mark, $10,000 credit limit. You're only spending $1,000 of that credit. Now, the third one is payment history. All this means is, I like to explain it like this. If you're 18 years old, it's time for you to get a credit card. Why? Because length of history is 15% on this FICO chart, which means the longer you're dealing with credit, the creditors, banks, they look at you as, okay, he or she has been dealing with credit for a very long time, and they're not risky, they're responsible, they're paying on time, they're staying under the utilization, and the length of credit that they've been dealing with credit has been a very long time. So this is how you boost your credit score very, very well once you understand the FICO chart, okay? Now the fourth one I want to talk about is new credit. What this means is, I like to break this down saying, I always talk about on this channel, you know, how to build a bag, right? So we'll talk about real estate on this channel. So new credit will be, you get new credit cards every 6 months, like I talk about in this video as far as best credit cards for beginners. You want to do every 6 months, get you a new credit card with no annual fee, because you're getting new credit, which is 10%, okay? 10% on this FICO chart. You're getting new credit. Say that you're into real estate and you want to buy property. You're getting property, you're getting new credit, opening car loans and things like that. Now, I know what you're saying. Jody, if I buy me a car, that's a liability. Now, you want to use your assets to pay for your liability. So now your utilization is low. Your payment history on your car loans, on your mortgage loans, and your credit cards are being paid back, right? You're paying these people as agreed. Now your credit score is going to increase. This is great information, okay? Now, the last one is truly controversial, and I like to really explain this one as hard inquiries and soft inquiries, right? So what happens is, your credit score a lot of times will decrease when you're opening these new lines of credit, but you have to look at it like you have to do these type of things, because the only way you're going to be under that 10% utilization line is if you're opening up new credits. Now, these soft pools do not stay on your credit, or these hard inquiry pools do not stay on your credit report very long. They will go away, and they'll help you boost your credit score along the way. Okay, so now that we understand that we have payment history, amount owed, length of history, new credit, and we have the credit mix, which is your like I said, car loans, your credit cards, and mortgages, you understand that FICO chart, you understand how to build your credit. Now, I told you, once you stay to the end of this video, I'm going to give you 2 tips. Tip number 1. Tip number 1 is something called credit card piggybacking. Now, talk about me. I have a good credit score like you see right here. Now, say my mom has a bad credit score. I can say, listen, my mom's going to be an authorized user on my account. She's going to be using my credit or using a credit card under my account because I have a good credit history. And now it's kind of like a hack for her, because now her payment, her credit history is under my account. So now it looks like, okay, she's been paying her credit history down, her utilization is down, her length of history is good. Now her credit card or her credit is going to boost, because it looks like that she's been dealing with credit. Her utilization is down because what I'm doing on my credit cards and my mortgage payments and my loan as far as cars and things like that. Now that's one hack. Now the other tip is very, very simple. Before you do all these things, you want to understand your credit, right? Now you're going to get a free credit report. Never pay for a credit report. What you're going to do is go on freeannualcreditreport.com or creditkarma.com. Go on these websites, understand your credit and what's going on, what you have not paid for yet, and things like that they show on your credit report, so you can fully understand how to build your credit. Now, thanks for tuning in. And until next time, I post here on every Wednesday, so I'll see you then. Peace.